So I think I'm losing my voice a little bit. I don't know if it's that obvious, but to me it really is. So if you're wondering why my voice is a bit funny, that's why, I think. Hi guys, it's Talisha, and today I'm filming a Q&A because I looked at my channel and I haven't done one of these in months. So I figured that there'd be a lot of questions you guys would have wanted to ask, and I was right. I got over 500 comments on my post on Instagram that I posted like a few hours ago. So obviously I'm not going to answer them all because that would be so long, so long. So I've gone through and picked a key bunch. Anyway, I've got them all screenshotted on my phone, so I will be reading them off there. What eventing things are you doing this year? So I know at the end of last year I had goals that I had set, and one of them was to do with eventing, and it was to compete at EVA 80 and go clear. However, that changed pretty shortly into 2018. I decided I don't really want to do too much eventing with Jep. I will probably do 1 or 2 events this year, but I'm not going to be going for height or anything. I'm just going to be doing it for the fun of it. So I'll only be like 60 centimeters just because I don't know, I'm pretty set in what I want to do with Jep. She just excels so much in hacking and just on the flat. I love jumping her. I just don't think eventing is what is best for her. So I do it at home. I love doing it for fun, but with her it's just not something I want to be too into because I'm pretty happy where we are in hacking, and if we start doing too much eventing it'll bring away from our hacking, and have most of my goals with her are in the hacking. So I'd rather go further in that and be having all our focus in the hacking rather than having eventing as well. I'll probably do the Berrima horse trials at the end of the year, and also the Loop Line Pony Club one day event. So, and that'll be it. That's what I did last year and that's what I'll do this year. Will you be keeping Kai forever? I have spoken about this before, but I want to elaborate more on it. So Kai, I am not sure. I hope to be able to keep him. However, it really depends what he goes like under saddle. My plan with him is to keep him and have him ridden for a few years, have him trained up to a point where if I think he's what I want and he's going to take me to the places I want to insert like in eventing, because I want to do eventing on him. So Jep's like my little hacky pony, and then I want to event or show jump on him. That's what I want to do. I will do some low level hacking and stuff like that, but in the long run, I want to do show jumping and eventing because I want to be able to have my flat horse that will do all the hacking. I mean, she'll do everything, but I just want to stick to hacking with her and then have my show jumper or eventer. So if he can take me to where I want to in that, I will probably keep him. But if he has proven to not be what I want, I will be selling him on. It's just what will happen. Or he might take me to a certain level in show jumping and eventing and I want to go higher, but he can't take me higher, so I would sell him and get another horse. If possible, I would keep him and get a 3rd horse. So if I could, I would just get another horse and keep Kai and stick to doing the lower levels on him and then get a horse that will take me higher. But that's not always practical because that would mean I'm having 3 horses, and that's a lot of horses to keep in work. But it really depends on how he goes, honestly. Did your parents/grandparents like horses? They like horses, but they were in no way a horsey bunch of people. The only horsey people in my family are my 2 aunties, and you've met one of my aunties. She's in a few of my videos of helping with Kai and stuff just because she's very experienced, and she comes to my horse shows and stuff as well. She used to be a trainer. She's amazing and has helped me get to where I am in my riding. She's really helped me with everything, and if I ever have a question that I don't understand for horses or anything, or Rory, I always call her. She's my go-to. But my grandparents and parents are not horsey at all, no. What are your future plans for Jep? Will you retire her on your property or sell her? Jep is my forever pony. There is no chance at all that Jep will ever be sold. She's my first horse and she will stay with me till the day she dies. Like, out of everything, I would sell everything just to keep that horse because she has done amazing things for me. She has made me the rider I am today. Out of all the horses I've ridden and leased and stuff, She has taken me the furthest and just has brought up my confidence so much. She's the one who has given me all these amazing opportunities to ride all these other amazing horses. She's the one who has brought home all these titles and ribbons for me. I owe her the world, and she doesn't owe me anything. So the least I could do for her is to give her a happy, healthy life where I know I will provide exactly what she needs. Like, I could sell her off and sell her to a great family, but then I don't know what they'll treat her like. There's no way of knowing what she'll be like with them and how she'll be looked after. So the fact that I can keep her and I know how she's going to be treated and she can live out her days on our property with nice yummy grass and good feeds, it just makes me happy. So yes, I will never ever ever be selling her. Never. She will be with me wherever I go, don't worry. Would you ever get another horse or a youngster to bring on? Yes, if I have the time to do it, I would get another horse. It's all about time. I don't have heaps of time. I'd love to bring on another youngster. I love young horses. I would absolutely love to get it off the track. I mean, as you guys know, I work with race horses, so it's pretty easy for me to get it off the track because of the industry I'm in, and I'm always around people with, you know, race horses and stuff. So I would love to do that. However, Kai's going to be started in not too long, so then I'll have 2 horses in work, so that will be enough for me for now. What time are you riding for dressage, show jumping, etc. at Sydney Royal? So I'm hacking at Sydney Royal. I'm doing the hunter classes. I'm in both the grand parades, which I think is a Monday and a Saturday, and I have my classes written down. But on the Wednesday I have at 9:30 a.m. I have the novice hunter pony, and then I also on Sunday have the ASP ridden at 1:50, and I also have a lesson with my trainer because he's at Sydney on Tuesday at 3 p.m. But yeah, I will be getting there from the 25th, which is this Sunday, and I'm leaving on the 1st, which is the following Sunday. What are you most nervous for about Sydney Royal? Literally like the whole thing. I've never done a Royal before, and to jump into Sydney Royal for my first one when Sydney's the biggest Royal, it is very scary. So I'm nervous for the whole thing. I'm very lucky though that I get to do my first Royal with people that have done it for years. Like the pony's owners have done it for years and years, and they know exactly what they're doing, and it's just a lot more satisfying knowing I'm with people that are gonna know everywhere to be, what to do, and really help me through the first Royal, because I will have no idea. What's your favourite saddle pad? I love my Lemure pads, absolutely love them. I've got so many now. I bought 2 and just got carried away and bought so many more. But I also love my Matez pad from my sponsor HorsePLAY. The biggest challenge you've had with Jep. If you guys have been with me ever since I bought Jep, I'm sure you guys know this. My biggest challenge with her was show jumping at the start when I bought her. It took us a year, I think, maybe even more, until we actually completed, not got a clear course, completed a show jump round, because we used to just get eliminated round after round. And I mean, we were doing 45cm courses and getting eliminated. What? Eventually, through training and changing up her riding schedule and a lot of work, we got a clear course, and we've gone clear in 75cm show jumping rounds at competitions, and at home we've done 95cm courses and gone clear. So it's all fixed now. But that was seriously my biggest challenge. Like, it brought me to tears a few times because I was so frustrated at shows when I was so confident going into them and then just came out and got eliminated. Like, I came out in tears and I nearly gave up altogether on show jumping. But then all of a sudden we started getting clear courses, and it was just amazing. How do you deal with your beautiful mare when she's in heat/in season? I'm lucky that when Jep is in season, it's not an issue for me. Like, she is perfect still. You can barely tell she's in season. She doesn't get grumpy or anything like that. She's just herself. So that's really nice. She will get grumpy with other horses though. Be really rude and grumpy towards horses, but with people and riding and anything, she's still herself. She's an amazing little mare. Will you do part 3 of your stables? I'm really interested. Love your videos and posts. Yes, I will be doing part 3 once we've worked on them more. It's been on hold a bit. Haven't really had time to do much on it. But yes, and thank you for watching my videos. Have you ever clipped Jep? No, I haven't. Jeff's never needed to be clipped. Like in winter she doesn't get too fluffy. I've got her rugged as well, so normally she doesn't get a very fluffy coat. She'll get a very thin one, like you can tell it's a winter coat, but it's very thin, so I haven't really felt like I needed to clip her. If she ever gets really fluffy, I will definitely clip her though. Oh, look who it is. What made you get a job in the racing industry? What is your favourite thing about it? And Abby also said, and who's your sister? Cough, cough. Abby's my sister. She's not really, guys, like, we're not actually sisters, but we're just so alike that we say we're sisters. Anyway, what made me get into the racing industry? I started working in the racing industry part-time, like, because I was still in school, but when I was 15, and I haven't gone back since. I've been lucky to be involved with very positive stables and trainers and stuff, so I've been working alongside people that really, really love their horses and treat their horses like royalty. So of course there's bad people in the industry, but I have not had to deal with people like that. What made me want to get into the race industry is because I was so fascinated by it, and this job came up when I was 15 and I was needing a job. And these stables, I lived like 2-3 minutes away. I could walk there. But I had always wanted to like look into these stables because these stables were amazing. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, each stable block, and by the way they had 4 stable blocks, were worth $3 million. Their track was worth $5 million. It was luxury race stud. Like, I'm not going to say the name obviously. They're a very, very private stable as well. They're very big on their privacy. But I ended up getting a job there, and I worked there until I finished school, which was a few months ago. And I quite enjoyed working there. I did do some track riding while I was there as well, which was great. So I got to learn how the horses are ridden on the track, how they're trained. And it would surprise a lot of people, you're not just on the track galloping every day. Trust me, majority of their training, we were literally in the indoor arena getting them to work. Like, just trotting around in the indoor arena and even getting them round and on the bit. Like, it's like when people get off the track thoroughbreds and they're so amazed that they work on the bit. It's like, we've done that training. We sit there in the arena getting these horses to collect and to work themselves correctly. Like, if the people who have trained at the racehorse and the stud that have broken in the racehorse and, you know, brought them up and everything, if they do their work schedules properly, flat work is a big part in it, and getting the horse to like literally do simple dressage movements. I'm not even kidding. Like, but yeah, so I just really, really enjoyed working with these horses. I love thoroughbreds. I just love the nature of them. And then I got to get into the breeding side, so I was dealing with the stallions and the foals, which is how I met Kai. I met Kai at this job, if you didn't know. He was the boss's own homebred little baby. Not a thoroughbred, if you guys were like, wait, is Kai a thoroughbred? No, he's not a thoroughbred. He was just the boss's baby that he had bred with his own horses. But yeah, so I just loved the horses, I loved the people. I was so fascinated by the industry and the fact that I was into the breeding side, the track riding side, and the nutrition and all of this general stuff. It was great. So yeah, and then I'm now working 5 days a week at another race stud. It's for spellers, so the horses that are here are on breaks. There's quite a lot of colts and stallions and our mares that are in foals and stuff. We have a lot of the babies as well, and yeah, so it's just a lot of general care for these horses. They're not stabled at all unless they have an injury where they have to be stabled. This place has stables, amazing stables. Like, it's a 30 horse stable complex, but the most we've had in are 2 horses because of injuries, or when a horse is leaving or coming, they go in the stables before they leave. But the horses are out 24/7 unless they have to be in stables, and so it's a lot of veterinary work and things like that. But I really rambled on about that. But I just love the racing industry, the good side of the racing industry, I should say. How to make your boyfriend like horses? Please answer this one. You can't really make your boyfriend like horses. I'm just lucky that mine does. And that he's interested in the things I'm interested in, and because horses are literally my #1 priority in my life, pretty much. I'm just lucky that he's happy to support me through it and come to my shows and film my videos. It's just great. Favourite and least favourite thing about living on a farm? Favourite thing is obviously having my horses here and I can see them whenever. It's a lot easier. It's also cheaper because I'm not paying for adjustment. Least favourite's probably having to look after the paddocks and stuff. Like, it's not even, I don't mind doing it. I quite enjoy doing it sometimes, but literally I just love living on a farm so much. But it's probably just like cleaning up the paddocks and dealing with all the poo and stuff like that and keeping them clean. But it doesn't bother me that much. How do you stay calm and relaxed when working with horses when everything is going against you and you feel like rubbish? I feel you. I've had so many of these rides. The key thing I do is when I feel myself getting really worked up. Remember, when you get worked up and stressed, you tense your body. Your horse can feel that through the reins, through your seat and legs and everything. So what I do is I get off, I breathe. Normally what I do, if I'm really worked up, I get off, I tie my horse up, or in Jeb's case, when I'm in the HollyHall arena, I just leave her there and she just stands there. Because she doesn't move, like she doesn't go anywhere. So she just chills there. She can chill, and then I walk away, I breathe, I just relax, I think about how lucky I am to be where I am and to have my horses. And once I feel and I do this thing where I like really tense up my body. I go like this, and I breathe in, and then I breathe out, and I let it all out. And you just like slouch, and it's just like, oh. Do you pull or cut Jep's mane? I used to cut Jep's mane, then I realized how ugly it looks, so now I pull it. I used to just like not be bothered to pull it, and I felt mean, but I found a way that like when I pull my horse's mane, it's not gonna hurt them. I say them, I've never pulled Kai's mane. He's a bub, no way. I don't need to pull his mane yet. Who's your favourite dog? Charlie! He's like, I was sleeping. Oh, he's just flopping. He just flopped back down on my lap. I mean, Charlie's my dog. Willow is like considered my mum's dog because, yeah. Charlie was my birthday present like years ago. My cat's there as well. You can't really see her. She's just like a little lump here. But yeah, Charlie's definitely my favourite. Would you ever use Kai for hacking? Well, yeah, when he starts showing, obviously he's not going to be jumping until he's much older. So I will be doing low-level hacking and dressage comps on him. Do you think without a trainer you can go far in the equestrian sport? So up until now I have not had a trainer, and I've been riding for about 5 years or so, I think. I don't know. I was self-taught up until about a month ago. The time I was like, okay, I'm going to start getting lessons, it was when I started competing other people's horses and then found out that I was riding at Sydney Royal and Bathurst Royal. That's when I was like, okay, I want to get lessons. So I feel like you can go pretty far, but obviously to an extent. I feel like I don't mean to toot my own horn or anything. I'm pretty proud of how far I'd gone considering I was self-taught. Last year was very successful competition-wise. I have done everything with Jep myself. I started bringing on Kai. I'm always getting compliments about Kai, especially on how well he is behaved and everything for a baby. And also Jep. I get a lot of compliments on Jep. But yeah, so I feel like I've gone pretty far without a trainer. As I said, I've been asked to ride like royal qualifying horses without being taught anything. So I feel like you can go pretty far if you really set your mind to it. I'm a very determined rider. When I have a goal, I work my ass off to achieve it. I really work hard when it's something I really want to achieve. But I don't recommend really not having a trainer because trainers are amazing, and I just before didn't really have the time to get lessons or anything. School was pretty busy and just riding everything, and it was just hard. But now that I have the time, I have the money to get a really good trainer, I am. So I recommend if you have goals like making it to the Olympics, 100% get a trainer. Even if you just want to compete, I recommend getting a trainer. A lot of people don't do what I did. Like, they don't compete without Sorry, I've changed my vlog camera now. Yeah, so my big camera just died, so I'm using my vlog camera. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I think I would recommend getting lessons. I don't recommend doing what I did. Doesn't work for everyone. I was lucky that for some reason it worked for me. And I was able to go pretty far competition-wise and just in my riding without a trainer. But since getting a trainer, I've seen a huge difference, and more than I could do in that period of time. I've only been getting lessons for a month and I've seen such a huge difference in my horse and my riding myself. And for me to get where I feel like I am after this month of being with him, I think it would have taken a lot longer. So I think you can go to a certain level, but not to like a professional level or anything. But as I said, I was lucky enough that for some reason, without a trainer, I was able to get the opportunities I did of riding these amazing horses and getting my horse to where I did and to the competition level that we're at. Are you getting finesse? No, I'm not getting finesse. Guys, I'm never buying finesse. I would love to have. She's an amazing little mare, but her owner would never sell her. I know that for a fact. Finesse is only 4 as well, and to be a 4-year-old and to already be the level that she's at and competing where she is at is pretty amazing. Like, imagine when she's a bit older and how amazing she'll be then. What about Jep made you want to buy her? I wasn't even looking at buying a horse when I did buy Jep, but pretty much just the first ride I had on her, because she was going to be a project for me. Like, my boss wanted me to exercise her so he could sell her, as she'd been out of work ever since he bought her, because he bought her and Jep was too much for his kids. Like, just was, I don't know how, Jep's perfect, but apparently Jep acted up for them or something. So she had been out of work for ages and I was bringing her back into work, and I fell in love from the first ride and I just wanted her, so I bought her. What made you get a foal or want a foal? See, similar kind of situation to Jep. I was not planning on getting another horse at this stage, and nor was I planning on getting a foal. Like, a foal wasn't even in my consideration. I was planning on just getting a project that just needed work. But I came across Kai at work and I fell in love with him, and then he came up for sale and I was like, no! Ah! So then my parents got him for my birthday, which was a lovely surprise. What lessons do you get and how often do you take them? I get lessons with a guy called Les Friend. He specializes in like hacking and dressage. He's a flat work coach, and I get them weekly. However, I'm not at the moment because he's gone to Grand Nationals at the moment, and then he goes to Sydney Royal because he goes with his students there, and he gives lessons at Grand Nationals and at Sydney. So he is away until Sydney finishes, so I'm not getting lessons with him until I go to Sydney, and then I'm getting a lesson on finesse with him. But he's an amazing coach. I'm sure if you hack or compete, especially in New South Wales, you will know Les or have seen him if you compete at the top level, because he is always at all these top level shows with his students and stuff. He's an amazing coach, and I will never ever go anywhere else for flat work lessons, never. He is honestly just so amazing and such a good coach. So that's all my questions, and this video is half an hour long. So I'm gonna have to edit this down. Hopefully it's not too long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my Mossvale show vlog. Oh my gosh. And then the next vlog you'll see will be my Sydney Royal vlog. I'm really excited for Sydney Royal because there's so many people I'm meeting there. Some of them I've spoken to for ages, and it's like amazing. And I'll be there with Alana the whole time, so that's obviously good. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye.